The case of the mysterious witch is no longer a mystery. I don't really like to use the word celebrity because I feel like that term is oversaturated. But I will tell you this, the Most High God is real. And when this information came in by way of a download, I was so excited because I was like, oh, it's you that's doing that. This is somebody that missed an opportunity to gain fame and fortune, and they conveniently played the victim. This person is somebody that comes off like they are a whistleblower, almost as if they are aiding and abetting people to see the truth in certain situations. Now, this person could have had some type of star status, and maybe they saw things in the industry, but this person is not innocent. This person is bitter. They're tired. It's almost like a whistleblower that's playing both sides. It's somebody that's really, really angry. Now, here's the interesting part. I saw this person in a dream. And when I walked up on them, they were watching Spiritual Court TV. And I was like, oh goodness, you watch my platform? You watch my show? Like, oh, that's amazing. And when they turned away, their face began to melt. When I woke up from the dream, I was like, okay, melting. So that means that a facade is being eliminated. Now, I will tell you this person has a lot of people on their ass right now in the industry that want to take them out for various reasons. This person could have been innocent up until a certain point, and then they decided that justice and judgment was taking too long. So now they're playing the devil's advocate. Oh, somebody's in danger. This is somebody that again, they've hung out with high profile people. They might have some connections. They might even name drop a little bit like, "Oh, I know him, I know her," etc., right? But this is somebody that is not innocent. This is somebody that's no longer innocent. I feel like this is somebody that grew weary in being good. That's what I feel. That's what I see. Oh man, they expose themselves and they don't even know something about the divine beings on their pathway and their chakras being in alignment. This is what happens when you have people that feel like they have a lot of knowledge and they abuse their position by way of feeling entitled. You know, the way they see self made people, they see them as people that need to pay for certain things. Because of the pain that was projected onto them as they try to seek out fame and what has happened to them, and then they see you gain some type of name of notoriety. I will include myself. They feel like you didn't struggle hard enough. But see, this is the thing. What they don't see is a lot of us, we don't fight for fame. We don't want to be famous. We're just here to do our job. And that might gain some type of attention. This is somebody that is a whistleblower amongst the industry. But they like messing around with people like me and you because this makes them feel powerful. Now, them being a whistleblower is not really getting them that much attention, especially with everybody in the industry being exposed. They're not really a big deal. Now, maybe initially they were, but they're not anymore. Oh, this person got caught. Their face was melting, their mask is off. So other people are getting the downloads. And whoever their Puerto Rican witch is, oh man, these people need to go ahead and make arrangements. These are the people that are placing false narratives in the spiritual community, okay? These are people that could know a celebrity here and there, somebody that was in a movie, on a show, whatever. These people are mentally and emotionally unstable. They really are on a chemical level, okay? Their consciousness has been debunked. These are people that thought they had enough knowledge in order to render injustices to people that they felt needed to be put in their place. I'm one of those people. You're one of those people. Let's get into it. Welcome to Spiritual Court TV. If you're new here, I'm so glad to have you. I feel like it's not a coincidence. I feel like this is exactly where you need to be. And if you're returning back, I'm so glad that you came back. Stand up, sit down. I hope you make yourself comfortable so that you can come in and get this spiritual work, so much so that you listen to your own intuition. Now, I've been guided by my spirit team by way of the cosmic law to not do any name dropping. That, to me, in my opinion, is the weakest thing that anybody can do. You know, when people tag you and all of that, that's so weak. It's so non provoking when you can see that the divine has control of everything in creation, especially when you've seen certain levels of hell and people being tormented by the choices that they've made. You really don't have to address these devils, not in the dialogue that they want to be addressed in. They really want to rage bait you out of your pathway, rage bait you out of your star, rage bait you out of your wheel of fortune. And that's not happening. And now they're embarrassed. Ooh wee, sucks to be them. Somebody's got a beautiful 10 of cups, a beautiful 2 of cups, a beautiful pathway. That's what I just heard. It's a karmic feminine. Here she is. I saw her so clearly. It's a dark-skinned woman and a fair-skinned woman. The woman is Puerto Rican. This is her, I don't know if this is like her co-witch, her witchy friend, or their best friends. One's a Capricorn and one's a Taurus. Now, usually in the reading, she comes up as a Gemini and the Capricorn comes up as an Aquarius. So somebody's birthday is in May and somebody's birthday is in January. It's 2 women here, okay? There could have been 3, but now there are 2. The power of 3. So they feel as though their magic is off because now they don't have the third witch. The third witch passed away. So now they're just kind of sending in little minions and flunkies. Something's not gaining momentum like they thought. They're not getting the interviews. They're not getting the notoriety. The cats are out of the bag. People are seeing for themselves. So whatever they're trying to expose people on or about, it's old news. Somebody is a washed up whistleblower. This person is also jealous of people's talents. She even said to me that she was jealous of my voice, that she wanted my voice. Well, it's not for the taking. It's a very significant spiritual energetic signature. And yes, I am giving a little bit of a spiritual flex because sometimes you got to flex on these witches and just let them know, like, look, I see you. You're washed up. Your career didn't go anywhere. Now you think that you're an industry whistleblower, but now your interviews are not really gaining you the momentum and notoriety like you thought, because now there's other whistleblowers. So now you're coming to the spiritual community to try to siphon people's talent because the devil has your mind. I've already seen the level of hell of which these witches are going, and that is the truth. I swear on everything I love. You can take that to the cosmic courts. What has consumed these witches so much so that they refuse to let it go because they're getting bitter because they didn't get better after things happened to them and they couldn't release certain things? They will be consumed in their endeavors, in their activities, and the works of their hands. This is coming from the divine. Clarify. You got moving on. False documentation, lies, slander, gossip, fake accounts, tagging people, trying to provoke you, rage bait you, weird ass people connected to nobody that has no power. There's somebody that was probably hanging out with a couple of stars, had a career. They don't anymore. They're washed up. Their time is up. So they're doing spell work behind the scenes. They do admit that they are a witch. I've heard this person say that they are a witch. Okay. But which way is this witch going? They're watching that rising star because she was leaned in this vision, in this dream, and she was looking at spiritual court TV. And I was like, is that my voice? That's the first thing I said. My voice. Oh, okay. I said, oh, it's you. And then I saw the other lady that she was connected to. The other lady is really tiny, really short lady, short stature. Okay. Clarify. They're short in energy. I don't know if she was coming up short. She kind of looked like a dwarf almost, like an imp. Okay. But I feel like that represented their spiritual status or how they feel compared to people that they don't know. This person's got legal issues. They're about to throw this person in jail. Clarify. They're about to throw this person in jail. This is the flying monkey, honey. Right here. Ooh. You got some people of status, some people that used to be famous, some people that were supposed to be famous, some people that, they had valid spiritual court cases, but they grew bitter. And so to see people like us be in the public eye and build what we have brick by brick really pisses them off. These are people that should have healed and should have rebuilt themselves. This person's about to go to jail, though. Boss energy. That's earth energy. Whenever I think of boss, I think of King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles energy, false documentation, flying monkeys in the reverse. Somebody's being exposed for being a liar, and somebody's about to go to jail for defamation of character. Somebody is speaking up on somebody's name, okay, divulging information, and they put a hit out on this person. So her and her witchy friend, they're scared. Clarify. Oh, they're scared. You got sweetheart. Somebody is afraid. Clarify. High priestess. Give me clear and accurate information. Oh, now they're kissing ass. Hey, let me tell you something. This person is kissing ass. Because initially when I saw her, she welcomed me with open arms. And then when I looked at her again, her face started to melt away. And I could see the wickedness within her. She is, in fact, a karmic feminine. But because the spell work has backfired and somebody in their group passed away, there were 3 witches. Now there's 2. Somebody in their group passed away. Okay. And now they're kissing our ass. Somebody's like, you better go make this right. I bet you are trying to make it right. I bet you do want to make it right with me and my bloodline. I know you do. It's not going to happen. My bloodline don't play. That's why I mind my business. That's why I just do my job. Do my job. I do my job. I don't bother you, but you got life fucked up. And I meant that. Clarify. Your little love spell ain't working. You nasty little raggedy ass Jezebel ass witch. Your face was melting like butter in a dream, and I could see you. You got family energy. Okay? Clarify. Little love spells ain't working. We can't be friends. We could never be friends. You're mad because you got abused in the industry. You had potential. You could sing. You're supposed to be a star, but you're not talking about the things you did behind the scenes, which is wickedness. So you played the victim in these court cases up against all of these A-list actors and singers. Somebody's playing the victim. False, telling half lies, half truths. That's almost like if I say, yeah, I was at the Diddy party and this, and this, and this, but you're not telling them that you were one of the witches. You were one of the witches that was connected to these people. But now you're the whistleblower, and now you coming for people in the spiritual community because you're all washed up. Tick tock on the clock. Ain't no expectation of any of us falling from grace or passing away. Expectations are in the reverse. So somebody didn't meet their expectations by way of some type of spell work. Man, my spirit team is so amazing. Bliss energy, you weren't able to disrupt our peace, and you're mad about that. How did you get provoked by a lady like me to drive you to the point of being the background singer, the background dancer. They always made you a background singer, a background dancer. You never got to be in the spotlight. So now you just go around looking for people to devour with your spell work. And now you're somewhere trying to kiss my ancestors' ass and they're not receiving your request. I'm not the only one. I'm not here to say it's all about me. And you did sex magic, you nasty little bastard ass witch. I don't like women like that. I don't lay down with women like that. I'm not that one. You messed up. Enamored in the reverse, bliss, love spell, Jezebel. You were supposed to be a star. You let them take you out, but you're not telling people that you really are a witch behind the scenes for real, for real. So now you out here saying, yeah, they did this in the industry, they did that, but you lying in court. They about to put you in jail because you got some people that got a hit out on you. Clarify? You got some people that put some money down on your head. I can't make it up. It's somebody that's halfway lying, halfway telling the truth. You cannot testify against any of these celebrities that you were hanging out with because you were one of the wicked witches amongst these groups. You just did spell work and you were hoping that it didn't get exposed. Karma in the reverse and thoughts in the reverse. You turned on these people because your spell work backfired. You turned on these people because you thought you were the baddest, wickedest witch. You were supposed to be the witch of the industry. People sought you out for spell work. You did nasty things, thoughts in the reverse and karma in the reverse. And the reason why I saw you watching me is because you're mad because these readings have been about you. I didn't know that. I wasn't targeting you, but I asked my spirit team, show me this person's face. And they showed me your face and you showed up right on my timeline in the ethers. You know what I mean? Clarify. You and your weird ass witch, your witchy friend, is somebody under a fake account that I keep blocking. Hey, this is crazy. I was like, oh, you watch my channel? I couldn't believe it, but I could see it. So I had to see it and I had to know that this wicked ass witch said, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's time for you to go. They got a hit out on your head. Somebody's on all the blogs. Now nobody's reaching out to them. You know how people have their moments of fame or they come out with information and people are like, oh my gosh, she was telling the truth, but she's telling the half truth. She's only telling y'all about what they did. She's not telling you how she was involved because why was she so closely connected to these people? And why did she turn on the industry this fast? If she wasn't one of the wicked witches, a part of these groups, she's a wicked ass witch. So she threw everybody else under the bus. False. She telling the truth and she's lying. Telling the truth and she's lying. Flying monkeys in the reverse. They might give her a lie detector test and figure out, yeah, she's mad because she didn't get to be with this rich guy. She wanted money, fame, status. She's mad. She's angry. She's washed up. That's unfortunate. She's a Hierophant in the reverse. A Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. She did voodoo. And she's very bothered because death is on her ass. Oh, they work with some dark ass spirits. Somebody could be from the East Coast, New York, or that's where this other lady is from. There's two women, there's two left. One of them passed away. Okay. Somebody paid big money for energy and spiritual gifts. Let's get into it. Holy Spirit, beautiful divine angels, thank you for continuing to put a shield of protection over me. Archangel Michael, thank you for bringing other war angels to war with this energy. This is somebody that had connections to dark forces. It's a dark ass witch. Okay. Now, it is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Both of them are. One of them has passed away. Okay. There's two of them left. And so what they tried to do is they tried to quickly switch up the narrative once they realized that that death magic was backfiring on them. Magic that they did over an innocent woman like myself. Okay. They created a lot of confusion amongst the spiritual community. This is somebody that needs to be taken down and they're about to go to jail. They might even pass away in jail. Somebody's done some very dark magic. Okay. They created illusions, gossip. I kept saying, somebody's got a little power out here. This might be somebody that's connected to some people that's connected to some people. But on a spiritual level, these people are already in hell. I saw where it is that they go. What it was that they kept driving them, whatever it was that kept driving them away from the divine and pulling them up out of their divinity or away from divine spark, is what's going to consume them in the hell that's been created for them. So let's just say they couldn't stop gossiping. In hell, they just gossiping and their mouth is they're just burning, gnashing of the teeth. Yeah, these are real places. Don't let nobody tell you different. Please don't let nobody lie to you about hell. Everything you say can and will be held against you. Okay? I've seen some of these levels. I was there and I came back to tell the story, and that is the truth. You could take it to your altar, you could put it in a jar, you can bury it in the yard. Whatever you do, just know you're being held accountable in spiritual court, in cosmic court, by way of universal law. Oh, this witch is done, and she's watching, and she's clocking, she's washed up, her time is up. So what happens when you'll do anything for fame and fortune? Clarify. The Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles. Clarify. Somebody wants their fame back, but they lost it because they sold it. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. The Most High God says, I am spewing you out personally. I am smoting you, and I've prepared a bed and a permanent space in place for you. With all the dark things that you love to do, there is a hell that has been especially prepared for you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. This person tried to come from my Wheel of Fortune, my sinking voice, my status. And you would think like this person, was somebody that's performed all over the world. This is somebody that you're like, nah, this person ain't trying to, like, what? No, she's washed up, honey. She never made it through. And now the interviews about the information that she thought was secrets, that she was throwing people under the bus. No, it's really not a secret anymore. There's too many whistleblowers and there's too many intuitive people that the information that she has is not that important anymore. She can't really get any attention. She expected book deals. She expected for people to be interviewing her, to be chasing her down. And in fact, there was a moment and a window of opportunity when they were doing that. They were chasing her down like, oh my God, I got to get an interview with her. But now that there's so many whistleblowers, so many victims that are being exposed, so many victims that are coming forth, her story is now being minimized and it's outdated and it's washed up. It didn't get her the attention and the fame and the fortune that she thought that it would get because she was doing it with bad intentions. This was not about being a whistleblower because she wanted the industry to be exposed. No, she was being a whistleblower with selfish intentions, doing black magic in the background, mad because the guy in the industry, the rich guy, ran through her real quick, tossed her to the side, and didn't give her a record deal. Now she's just washed up and she can't move past that time. I saw her in my mind's eye. I'm like, oh, that's your witch? This is the witch? This is the one right here? That's you and her? What happened to the third one? The third witch passed away. And so now these people are scared. So what are these two witches doing? Oh, they're doing love spells now because they're scared. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, I'm telling you, I have seen the level of hell of where these people go. I could care less if anybody wants to know and or believe in me. I'm not asking for nobody to believe in me, for I am not your God. Neither am I seeking to be somebody that is a dictator of how you see information. See things for yourself. The devil, they made a deal with the devil. Why did this person whistle blow on everybody in the industry? Because there's a man that broke her heart and promised her a record deal and fame and used her as a sacrifice, and he stole her star. And instead of her making a petition to the divine, she then goes and she then goes, it could be her son's father. Somebody could be pregnant by somebody in the industry and she's hiding the child. Child, get out of here, please. Instead of her going towards the divine, she grew bitter. She watches everybody in the spiritual community and she's really angry with a lot of you who have made a name for yourself spiritually, tapping into realms, because she knows at some point you will see that she too is a bad guy. She's hiding a love child. Page of Pentacles and the moon, it's a son, it's a boy. Okay. She's in a Nine of Swords because she's got a hit out on her head. She's got people in the industry that want to take her out. She's got spell work that has backfired. And she can't sleep at night. Show me this other woman. There she is. Listen, there's just 3 of them. One has already crossed over. And they're mad on the other side. They're waiting for these other 2 witches in hell. Don't believe me? Just watch. Ace of Wands in the reverse. They're definitely not ascending back to source. You got Hierophant in the reverse and the 9 of Swords. Taurus, Gemini energy, Capricorn energy, January. You got a Taurus, Gemini. And what I mean by that is somebody's birthday is in May. And you got a January Aquarius. Somebody's birthday is in January. And they're bound to the devil. These people used to work for people in the industry. They are very prominent witches under the radar. And they're really, really mad at people like me who come along to debunk their work because now they don't have no power. They can't conveniently whistleblow on people when it suits them. And that was the goal. They're like, we're about to be famous. We got secrets about him, her, this, that, and the other. And we got this spell work. And so when they saw a lady like me come out, they didn't like that. My light irritated their demons. When they saw other readers come out with the truth, they knew that it was only a matter of time that they would eventually get exposed. In fact, this person says, I want this person's fortune, their voice, and everything that belongs to them transferred to me. This was the petition. This was the request made to the devil. And the cosmic realm rang an alarm. My ancestors got in touch with me and showed me who this person was. With the 8 of Cups in the reverse, somebody can't go anywhere. In fact, they're going in a loop. This could be a mental loop. This could be being reminded of all the people that they've unalived. These people have had some very prominent clients. But when they got discarded for other witches in the industry that took their star, took their power, they then set out to have this vendetta in place. So watching people in the spiritual community help people really pisses them off. These are people that were supposed to use their gifts, but they got their stars taken. Because what they're not saying is behind the scenes, they were willing to do anything to be famous. Mixing the truth with the lies, they got to go to court. Somebody got to go to court. Somebody might be going to jail. Spirit says that Ace of Swords got them demons irritated. Yeah, the Ace of Swords comes from the divine. When you see this is creator. What are they going to do? Run in cosmic court and say, creator is lying. Shut the hell up and go to hell. Literally. Like, really, that's how we feel. And that's what it is. And that's where it's at. You wanted to transfer our wheel of fortune? That's what you tried to do? That's crazy. Too cocky, too crazy, too out there, too sloppy ass witches. It was so easy to connect these dots. I just thank the Most High God for revealing it to me so clearly. Five of Wands is jealousy, competition. Okay. These are witches that were let go of. They were discarded. They were replaced by more powerful witches. And in fact, people in the industry became more powerful than them. And they didn't like that. So they went off the radar. Their clientele is dwindling. Their money is dwindling. People are not reaching out to them. The Epstein files have been exposed. People in the industry are being exposed. The victims are coming forth. People now that minimizes their get rich quick scheme to expose certain people and get interviews and get money. And now they're over there feeling broke and messed up. And they come across my platform and somebody was like, we about to take this little stupid ass bitch out. That's what she said. That's not my words because I'm not a bitch. I'm not nobody's slave. But I will tell you this. I am a child of the Most High God. And this Ace of Swords is something that I carry and I will continue to carry. And whoever gets sliced and diced in the presence of the Creator, I'm on the Creator's side. I don't know about y'all, but who the hell's hanging out with this guy? Who the hell's making their bed in hell? Ain't nobody doing that. Well, they did. And they threw everything. And somebody was like, oh shit, we really can't take this person out. They didn't just do it to me. They did it to a lot of people. I see all the high priests. Oh, excuse me. I see all the high priestesses that they tried to take out. And then this weirdo sends me like sex energy. I'm like, girl, I don't fool with women like that. Ew. That's nasty. Do you, boo? But that's for you. That's not for me. But see, it really wasn't sexual energy. It was like somebody trying to send a love spell because they messed up. When they saw that top witch in their group pass away, oh, these two witches was like, oh, my God. Yeah, oh, my God. But who is your God? Who's your God? What you talking to? What you worshiping? Where you going? Because the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. The Hierophant is in the reverse. That's blasphemous. That's playing God. The devil and the Nine of Swords? Oh my God. The God that I serve said, y'all are some wicked, dirty ass witches. And you go into a dirty ass, unclean place with unclean spirits. Since you didn't know how to walk this earth and be mannerable and be polite, you're going to go somewhere where they're going to be very rude to you. It's going to be torment. Okay? Five of Wands, you hateful, you jealous, you mad, you upset. This person thought I was younger than them. That's funny. Clarify. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Don't matter. Seven of Wands, you ran into my spirit team. My right ear is ringing. My spirit team is on a body's ass. My right ear is ringing, baby. The ethers are letting me know that what I'm doing is a good job. Thank you, Creator. Creator's like, you doing a good job. Commercial break. I just heard Creator saying, girl, you doing a good job. Ooh, you doing a good job. Ooh, you doing a good job. Thank you, Creator. I'm so happy about that. This is a big win for the spiritual community. This is a huge win with the Hangman. Sacrifices have to be made. Clarify this child over here. Somebody sacrificed their child to the underworld. Somebody sacrificed their child to the devil because this woman is selfish. The man that she had the child by in the industry, she did it to tie into his bloodline. It was supposed to bring her wealth, but instead it brought her curses. And she's been mad about that since the day her child was born. Somebody's child could be of age, 19, 20, something like that. Now she's trying to sacrifice the child to the underworld, but the underworld won't accept the child. Yeah, that's crazy. These are selfish ass people. They're afraid to die because of the things that they never made right in this life. Yeah, I can't make this up. That shit's being rejected. The Ace of Cups in the reverse. It's a wrap. You cannot run towards the divine when it's convenient for you. You can't just hop up and say a prayer when it's convenient for you because you were having multiple conversations. You were on a three-way with the devil, his demons. There was a conference call in hell. You made petitions to dark ass unclean spirits. And that's exactly where you're going to have your permanent meeting. You got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Wow. I remember for 3 years, I was like, who the hell is this Taurus? Who the hell is this Gemini? Who the hell is this Capricorn? Who are they? Knight of Swords in the reverse. These are your gossipers. These are your slanders. These are the people that thought they had a little bit of power, but now they're just being seen as weirdos and they got a hit out on their head from people who got big money. Clarify, you going to jail? The star, did I just tell you they work for a lot of people that got some money? The star energy. Clarify, they going to jail? Yeah, they going to jail. These are dirty bloodlines. 10 of Cups in the reverse. It's like somebody's showing up in court testifying against people in the industry, throwing people under the bus, doing spell work over the judge, petitioning the devil so that the case goes in their favor. And now they're being exposed. These are witches that cater to dark bloodlines, and they know exactly who I am, and they really don't like it. Now, I could tell y'all a little backstory about what's happened since I've been here, but I'll save that for a later time. But I've met some very interesting people. I'm like, damn, that's how the devil shows up. They send me pictures of them with celebrities. They're like, yeah, just come out, well, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not starstruck like that. Like in the sense that I'm like, oh my God, that's such and such. Okay. What is your spirit looking like? Y'all sneaky and deceptive? Y'all got in the bed with the devil. These witches cater to dark bloodlines. There's only two of them left, and they're both in the Nine of Swords, the devil, the Hierophant, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups in the reverse. They can't even properly sacrifice their children. Ace of Cups in the reverse. It's nothing of the divine here. These are demonic ass people. Clarify, the devil is snitching on y'all, throwing y'all to the wolves. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. The devil is switching up on y'all. Clarify, that's this January Capricorn witch. Okay, there was three of them. Three of Cups in the reverse. Now there's only two. Show me this wicked ass, dirty ass witch that's in hell. What happened? You on the other side? It's a masculine. Okay. Clarify this wicked ass, dirty ass witch that's on the other side, or it's an Aries feminine. Eight of Wands in the reverse, a Sagittarius. Oh man. Clarify this dirty ass, wicked ass witching. Oh, somebody could be in jail already, or they're in some type of spiritual jail. It's a fire sign energy, okay? Clarify, show me this dirty ass witch that passed away. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. One of the witches out of this group. And let me tell you something. These people do magic for people that got money. I just heard extensive clientele, but now they're washed up. Their magic is weak. Nobody calls them to do magic. So they just go on the internet looking for people like us in the spiritual community to try to do spell work over. They came across me. Spirit says, congratulations. You ran into your karma. Our bloodlines are about to escort you to your rightful space and place. And some of them are offended because they're like, what? You're a freaking YouTuber. Who the hell are you? Well, it's not about that. It's really about that cosmic realm. It's really about that Ace of Swords. Some of these people are asking the wrong questions, okay? They're too preoccupied with status and numbers and this and that. See, this is one thing that people don't know. It's a lot of earth angels in the public eye that don't have a large following, but in the spirit realm, they hold rank. By way of the world standards, they could just be like, oh, that's just a little YouTuber. We'll just get rid of them. And that, girl, you can't even sacrifice these people. You can't even sacrifice your own son. Your son is protected by the divine. Clarify, you're trying to sacrifice your own son. Child, this person is wicked. The Two of Cups in the reverse. Somebody was born to a wicked ass witch. Their father could be famous. The father tossed her to the side. Now she's trying to sacrifice the son because the son is a part of that bloodline so that she can keep the wheel of fortune and she thinks she's going to be able to move on. The two of cups is in the reverse. The divine is separating y'all. Look, that's crazy. The ace of cups in the reverse and the two of cups in the reverse. And whoever the witch is that crossed over, okay, could have been a Cancerian or a Gemini. Oh, that's crazy. They had all the elements here: earth, air. Somebody could have been a fire sign. It could have been four witches at some point. Doesn't matter. Seven of swords, they were still on some sneaky shit. And recently, when I caught that ass in the ethers, they went and did a love spell to hurry up because they want these messages to change. They want me to focus in on something else. They don't want me to speak about them. Child, listen, love spells don't work on me. Hexing, cursing, death spells don't work on me. It just doesn't. Says who? The creator. You think I'm arrogant? You think I'm cocky? You think I need to eat a little humble pie? Well, put it on my table. I'm going to slice and dice it with an ace of swords because the levels of hell that I've had to walk through ain't a witch, a bitch in hell that's going to take me up out of my spot and stop being creative and stop being connected to the creator. Stop being connected to my creativity. That don't even sound right coming out of my mouth. I would never be disconnected from the divine. There's no way I would sell my soul. Y'all done sent plenty of people here to give me offers. Now, didn't I turn down the 2.3 million? Remember the bank account? Okay. You done sent your best of your best. Your whole coven is messed up. People dropping like flies and dying. Now we're about to drag y'all. Clarify. You trying to sacrifice your child. You weirdo. Yeah, look. Five of cups. Now you grieving. Now you up at night. Now you sad. Now you crying. Now you're depressed. Now this shit didn't turn out the way you thought because you never thought that the divine would expose. You never thought that the divine would expose to me who you were. You thought you could not be touched. You fell from grace. You never were famous. You had great talents. You did nothing with it, but instead you sat in heartbreak after you bound that wealthy guy in the industry, had his son, and he tossed you to the wolves. You said, I'll teach him. I'm going to go to the blogs. I'm going to expose everything that he's done in the industry. I'm going to throw everybody up under the bus. But you're not telling people that you're the witch that a lot of these wealthy people and cursed bloodlines were going to. And now they don't want you because they see you as a weak ass witch. And how is it that a little lady over at Spiritual Court TV is out here telling the truth? Oh man, I bet you're offended. I didn't buy none of my subscribers either. I built this platform with the help of the divine, brick by brick. The foundation is stable. A lot of prayer went into this platform, a lot of honesty, a lot of integrity. And anybody that I had to drag to hell, you deserved it. I promise you, you deserved it. Clarify. Now somebody's trying to figure out what they're going to do because this witch is on the other side. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. They can't even conjure her ass up. Death. You know, these witches have a very systematic way of doing things. When one of them passes over, they'll conjure the other one up to still try to use them. That witch is burning in hell, honey. Now, what's going to happen here with you and your son or whatever this is, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's bloodline issues. The father's bloodline is cursed. You cursed him. So therefore you cursed your son. And when you cursed your son, you cursed yourself. Why do people think that they're separated from their bloodline? You gave birth to a child that you're trying to sacrifice, and you go to the devil with the two of cups in the reverse, and the devil makes a request to you now. You can no longer make a request to the devil because the devil came to collect your ass in the middle of the night with the nine of swords, with the knight of swords in the reverse. You're the one that's behind all the bullshit. You're really mad when you see us high priestess support each other. So you send confusion. You work with a real dark ass deity. I'm not going to even lie. That principality is dark as hell. But the creator that I serve said, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing. We don't fool with people like that. It's a crazy ass principality. You got to be really, really tapped in to see through that illusion. A lot of people in the spiritual community attacked me, attacked you, attacked them, attacked her, attacked them because somebody sent in a spirit of chaos that I'm telling you, if you don't use this Ace of Swords, you may have gotten tricked up out of your damn spot. This devil wants to see how many people they can take to hell with them. And that's the truth. Let's see. It seems as though they've missed an opportunity, that people are awakening. A lot of people are trying to right their wrongs for passing judgment over other people. Somebody tried to triangulate energy, essences, consciousness. You know how I know? I was sitting in my living room last night and really like right before the sun went down, and it's so hot, it was so humid, and the sun was still shining bright. And I kid you not, I heard, well, boom. I'm like, was that thunder? Wasn't a cloud in the sky. I said, somebody wants our destiny. But again, another classic case. They don't want our sins, though. They just want the work. But when you build yourself in silence and you develop in the dark with the divine, nothing can come up against your foundation. Built brick by brick, blood, sweat, and tears, walked through a couple of levels of hell, died a whole bunch of times. It's only by the grace of the divine to be delivered out of the hands of the wicked snares of the devil and these principalities that these people are now bound to. These are the same principalities that they get to spend eternity with. They don't like that outcome. Now they will say something different because now they're trying to pray, but who are they praying to? What are they praying about? The Five of Cups. Once you put your child on the altar, your ass is done, because whoever the master witch is, she was the biggest, baddest witch in the damn group. She's gone. So these other two are like, oh shit. Oh shit is right. It's right, all right. It's all the way wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right, and somebody wants to be Mrs. Right, but they're Mr. Wrong, feeling small and tiny and little in comparison to a big God that don't play about the collective. One thing about life, when you have a purpose, ain't a devil in hell that can take you out. They got to get permission from the divine to do that. A principality could never. So now that a sacrifice has been made, this person feels as though they're getting an extension on life. It's sad to say that they're sadly mistaken. They can't sacrifice their son, but that's a bloodline issue. They were never supposed to have that child. They had that child out of witchcraft. They had their child doing voodoo while they were pregnant. They put something under the bed so they can bind that wealthy man. Somebody's pregnant by somebody that's very wealthy in the industry, or they were. This person could also be crossed over. Somebody may have unalived a rapper, a singer, an actor, who's to say. But this is one of those high profile, low profile, low vibrational ass cases. Okay. We had to dip down in hell on this one. So now we took it to hell. What's good? Clarify. Oh, I saw this person. I saw your face real clear. I'm like, oh, my God. Look at your butt. Four of Pentacles. Oh, man. And you mad and you upset. Four of Pentacles. They did a shut up spell. So you trying to take the voice of the chosen ones to stop speaking. You don't want us to allow the divine to use our gifts to set people free because this debunks your demonic contracts. And now you're not hitting the blogs anymore. She got all my pun intended. Here she is. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a Taurus. She got all my pun intended. The Page of Wands, you damn right it's bad news. You better hold on to that little skirt. That shit's about to be on fire. And where you're going, there's no water. There's no holy water. Okay? I promise you, where you're going with the Ten of Swords, there's nothing else going on. Look at all this business coming out here. Didn't I say this person's birthday was in May? Sometimes she comes out like a toxic Gemini. Sometimes she comes out like a Hierophant in the reverse, but she's a Taurus. She could be on the cusp. It doesn't matter. She's crazy. She's crazy. Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay. And her little co-collaborator is sitting somewhere hoping and wishing and praying and doing love spells. Whoever the second witch is, show me this person. Somebody could speak Spanish. Eight of Wands, she's speaking love towards the collective. Why? Because they see that the master witch in the group has already been taken out. There's been a massive backfire. The Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands, the little Puerto Rican witch, oh, she's begging for forgiveness. She's trying to do love spells. She's like, oh my God, please don't let this lady over at spiritual court call judgment down on me. I'm just a regular lady. It's the divine that they have to surrender to. I'm just a lady. I got on Walmart chic. I'm not a big deal. I never wanted to be a big deal. I'm just here to do my job. But one thing they cannot do is take me up out of my seat. I can't make it up. She's in the Five of Cups. I can't make it up. Time is up and judgment is here. This is the message. Stay aware, stay woke. You're going to see this thing play out in a very public way. It's a high status, low vibrational situation because somebody really doesn't have status, but they were willing to do anything to get it. And they didn't think that I would ever see them. Oh, I saw them and I saw the two of them together. That's how arrogant they are. They're just like, these people are not tapped in. They see people in the spiritual community as like minions, people beneath them, roaches. They see psychics in the public eye that are tapped in, but these people have never met a group of collective people, earth angels that they could not take out. Surprise, shit's been upgraded. Spiritual rank went up. The spiritual bank is full. The spirit team is bigger and they're ferocious. And that little principality that you tried to call over the collective, oh yeah, we see that thing. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I love y'all, okay? Remember to take what resonates. Give us a thumbs up if you felt like this resonated with you. Like, love, share. This could be life-saving. Somebody's going to see their way through this. If you know, then you know. Tap in so you never tap out. And I love you. I will see you in the next video. Until then, peace be with you.